72 minutes. It's probably not enough space for a full charge to record. Let's see, that's an hour and 20 days. Cutting it fine though. Don't worry. I'm only going to be missing out on a few minutes maximum, so that don't really make that much difference. Problem is, both the memory cards are a bit full, and it's too hot to have the projector on, and therefore the PC can't come on. So, found that compilation I was talking about, which you probably won't be able to see. It's called Konami's with an apostrophe S Arcade Collection. Right, it is by Imagine. There you go. Camera's too close, not much I can really do about that. So the games on here are Jailbreak, Green Beret, Year Kung Fu 1 and 2. That's 4. What's this one here? Ping Pong, that's 5. Mikey, Jackal, Hypersports, Shaolin's Road and Nemesis. Well, Jailbreak is a bit shit. Green Beret I already would have had. I don't like Year Kung Fu, even in the arcade it looks too 8-bit to me. Ping Pong is alright, but I wouldn't buy a compilation for it. Plus I already had the Konami Coin-Op Hits, which had that one there. Shaolin's Road is not a game I liked in the arcade, it's a shit conversion. Hypersports, it's nowhere near as good as Summer Games 2 or Daley Thompson's Decathlon for me. Mikey is okay, but I already had Mikey. Then Konami Coin-Op Hits. I can't remember if Jackal is good or not, probably shit. And Nemesis was one of the biggest letdowns I ever purchased out of games I was looking forward to owning. So, yeah. But let's continue with the compilations. And the C64 NES continues. I believe that was something I said 3 years ago. We're looking for something else now. Here we go, Hit-pak Volume 2. I had the original Hit-pak 6-pack. This is the second version. And you don't get 6+1 games, because Duet was the 7th game. Apparently it was free. So, see, the problem is I've played Ace, and I haven't found instructions for it. So, I can't really do that. But, might be an okay game if you know like what keys to press at what point. You know, it's a bit like someone getting Skyfox who never had it back in the day, not having any instructions, you know, just downloading it, running it either on the emulator or from the SD to IC, and then not having a clue what you're supposed to fucking press at what point. You know, it's obvious how you play it, and thinking, well, Skyfox is shit. So, you know, maybe Ace isn't shit. So, we've got International Karate. And see, the thing is, I've done all these games. Except for Batty. Is Mad Commodore going to be a Batty man? Wasn't that a comedian's thing? Alan Carr's Batty Man or something? Running out of light bulbs actually. Yeah, this is another kitchen towel that's been washed. I think we may have to get some Diet Coke. Bit thirsty actually. Now I do have little computer people here as well with the instructions. That's the important thing. I've got a few copies of this, but I never understood, right? You bought these games with like massive instructions. Look how thick this bastard is. Look, that's how thick that is. See, and they fit perfectly into the case. when you bought them. But as soon as you open them, it's like, how the fuck does this fit in here? You can't even see how this would fit in there. Is there some trick I'm missing? And the thing is, you don't want to jam it in and then, like, you know, ruin the instructions. It's my retirement fund, mate. There's no way this is ever closing, like, properly. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way this will fit in here. Because you've got this ridge here, see? Can you see that ridge there? And at the top. So, if you do it the other way, it don't fit anywhere. It's because of this ridge here that it won't shut. Now, I've never taken this out of the case, but anyway. Yeah. Get back to work, Zyron. There's some shelves in the supermarket that are getting dangerously empty for the customers. How do I fucking... No, okay, usual thing. We'll do that one, because I might want to see different graphics. I never had this, obviously. I never had any Arkanoid game. Good. Right, is this a 2-player only thing? Or is it because I press fire in joystick port 2? Ooh, bloody hell, I need my CRT glasses, really. Yeah, the graphics are nice. Yeah, the graphics are nice. The sound effects are okay and the music's okay. Fucking hell, how small is my bloody back? I think that was a slow down thing. Your bat's incredibly small. You get double lasers in it on the other one. So I'm not losing a life. Oh look, why didn't that do anything? I'm not losing a life when the ball drops down there, only here. So it is still a 1-player game, but it's giving him like points. I don't get that. Is it meant to be like this? This is a Hit-pak only game though. By some miracle we've done a level. So the graphics are nice, but the problem you're always going to have is with a full price alternative to Arkanoid is a perfect conversion of you know, a Japanese quality game design arcade machine. Don't get me wrong. See, I don't get it. I shouldn't lose a life there. So, and that's the thing. And it's got brilliant music. Oh crap. It's got brilliant music, brilliant sound effects, better than the arcade actually. The coding is spot on, the graphics are really nice. But this is on a compilation, so you know, this is kind of like an extra, but it's not a freebie like Duet was. So they've sneaked in, have they sneaked in a game that was never a full price game into the Hit-pak? That's sneaky, because you're paying 10 quid for the compilation. But the problem there is, you know, if you divide 10 by 5, you'd get 2 anyway. So it's not actually worth anything. You're not actually getting a bargain by having a budget game. See, I shouldn't lose a life there. Yeah, game over for him. It shouldn't be like end of game for me. So we're going to swap joystick ports, because obviously I need to give the thing a fair chance. you go. So I got to like round 3. There's nothing wrong with the playability. Yeah, if Arkanoid wasn't perfect, and it supports paddle controllers too, so you see, if you're going to play these kind of games, really, you should be playing them with a paddle controller anyway. See, I don't want that grabby power up. That just interrupts the flow of the gameplay for me. See, this is okay, because one might get trapped up there, and then... and then I managed to miss both of them. I think this game is fine. If you wanted the rest of the games on the compilation, that's what I want. That's the most useful power-up on this game. You only fire like one shot with a gun. It is a shameless rip-off of Arkanoid, and like I said, so, you know, maybe if you weren't really interested in a bat and ball game, but you bought this compilation, you just didn't want to buy a £10 game, then I suppose this is sort of like budget re-release. I didn't want that one. Crap. Yeah, control's fine. God damn it, it's like a stun shot. I'm giving this game a fair go though. Yes, I know I haven't done California games yet, but not that much time has passed since I've done my last video. Although I might just release them in batches on Friday nights. See, that's the thing in Arkanoid, they don't fire at you, but like I say, it all comes down to the rest of the games, so we'll see. Oh, hang on. Emergency. Can't come in here, Chucky. Sorry, bud. Hey. Not that one, that one. Well, I found some more pliers. These are small ones, and they're even more fucked than the big ones. Right. So, Hit-pak Volume 2. There's a Hit-pak 6-pack. I've never really given Shockwave Rider a fair go. I do need instructions for Ace. There's nothing I can do about that. Right. The problem here is I wouldn't have bought this because I already had International Karate Light Force. And the other games, not necessarily one I would have bought. I wouldn't have bought Shockwave Rider. I wouldn't have bought Eagle's Nest, and we're going to discuss why I wouldn't have bought Eagle's Nest right now, mate. Right now. Let's get that one out of the way. So, why you always sit on your bed frame, buddy? Your bathroom, buddy. That's from Gremlin. I've got loads of disgusting work that I need to do today, so we need to place these full games. And that's on top of doing the little training. On top. Oh, that's not enough tobacco for the rest of the day either, so I'm going to have to go to the shops. Enjoy the gaming videos while they last. That's a bit much in that one, I think. Oh, this is nice music. That's nice. Don't want any reflections. Right. Now I can see why people like Into the Eagle's Nest on other machines, madam. But the simple fact is, what the hell is this? Mission code now. Oh, I don't care about all this. The simple fact is I wouldn't have bought this game. Now, if you don't agree with me, that's fine, but don't tell me, Bastish said it's a brilliant game, so it's a brilliant season. He ain't got a fucking clue, that knob. In fact, my bookmark for YouTube is a complex search based on date uploaded. Must include the word Commodore 64 with space, and it also excludes about 20 channels. So there's minus Bastiche, minus old style gaping. Haven't come up with a funny name for Bastiche yet, so we can't do the thing. Choose music one. Well, no, okay, high score, reset. Now this music is on Scramble 3D by Livewire. Is it Livewire who did that? Can't remember who done that. 3D Scramble. Which still needs proper trainers, because there's no long play of it, because it's insanely difficult. I do like it though. I thought we were going to have a go at Batty, one player. Oh yeah. Mission, oh fucking, why does it go to 4 straight away? Because you have this here, you can never have hardware scrolling. So someone has done an Amstrad or Spectrum port job. The graphics are also very massive, relatively speaking to like the walls and how much of the maze you can see. It's like that BBC Micro Gauntlet knockoff. I can't remember what that was called actually. Is it Dark Chambers? I honestly can't remember. So you've got ammo as well, which is not a problem in Gauntlet. You can see hardly any of the maze. And the scrolling is pretty much flip screen, because some idiot decided, no, we're not going to put these down here like normal C64 code. We'll have them here like Amstrad and Spectrum coders to reduce the CPU intensive scrolling. So that door is locked. I presume we only got one key. And on that game, you had to find specific key colours to open doors of a specific colour. What did it say? It said something there. This door is locked. Of course. Of course the door's locked. So it's nowhere near as enjoyable as Gauntlet. It's just like, fuck off. The only thing is, Gauntlet is a shit conversion on the C64. It's highly playable. And it is smooth scrolling in Gauntlet 1, not Gauntlet 2, but still. Yeah, I don't even do the missions in GTA San Andreas, mate. And what's this business here? Is this door locked now? Right, okay, so the yellow doors you can blow open with a gun. So what's the difference between them and locked doors then? That makes no sense. It's a shit game. So, if you want a Gauntlet clone, which isn't actually a Gauntlet clone, there's actually nice on the C64. You should get Druid. Druid plays nothing like Gauntlet, but it's not as shit as it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm not wasting my roll up for that wank. Now, if you've got an Amstrad, you might say it suits the hardware better, but the slight problem there is there's an excellent conversion of Gauntlet 1 and 2 on your Amstrad. They've been done with a lot of talent. Here we go. See, I wish it did directories in different colours. That's the only thing. Maybe they could do the directories in like grey 1 or something. It doesn't even have to be a colour, it's just something so you can tell. Yeah, because obviously I've played all the other games, but Batty, I think it's only fair that we swap the joystick ports over. Actually, I'll wait for the game to load up and then take it from there. So the best thing about Eagle's Nest was on that crack there's some nice music. The music's okay on Eagle's Nest. But the graphics are just way too big and they've shrunk the screen, even though you don't need to do that. You can scroll the full screen on the C64 if you don't use colour RAM. Surprised someone hasn't done like a 5 grayscale like C64 game, like based on Giant Ants, Them, the movie, or you know, Giant Spiders, Tarantula, the movie, stuff like that. I did try taking some screen captures from the DVDs of those movies, and they didn't come out great on the C64. Now, because the screen would probably not be scrolling, it'd be like a CinemaWare style game. You could do high-res bitmaps, which would allow you to have 2 different grayscales in every 8x8 pixel block in high res. So it should look okay with a bit of tweaking. Okay, unlimited lives. No, I don't want that, or that. Yeah, we'll always have that. Right, let's swap the joystick ports over. See what happens if you start it in joystick port 1. F1 for object. How do you change it? Well, I was controlling player 1, so even though it's a 2-player co-op game, that's why you need 2 joysticks, mate. There you go. Why would you start it as a 2-player co-op game? That just makes no sense. Okay, I think we got to level 4, didn't we? So I'm sure I've done that one. Right, here we go. They do look suspiciously like Arkanoid, the graphics. So yeah, you get Light Force on there, which has got great music, but I wouldn't buy a compilation for if I'd seen the game. Although maybe I would, because I was happy with Last V8 for like £3. And International Karate, that's a really good game. I did buy that full price, and I was happy with my 2 weeks pocket money I spent on it. That bastard. See, I don't like that about this game. That's really the only thing I don't like. The fact that the enemies fire at you and they don't just stun you, they actually destroy your bat. Arkanoid don't do that, they just kind of get in the way. So that must be to kill off all the enemies. So the enemies are not coming now. Oh yeah, just need to fix the auto fire switch on this one. Really the best thing is the large bat. So on top of everything else, the ball rebounds when it hits them. Oh, that's exit, is it? The rocket. Okay, so we have done it. We've done quite a few levels, so you've got to see quite a lot. Big octopus. Which technically makes it a Space Invader, because Space Invader sprites were based on sea creatures, like little sketches of sea creatures. Crabs, octopus, things like that. So the only reason they don't look like that is because the graphics were quite basic in 1978, even for arcade games. So. See, this is a very tough one because the things are too close. Oh man, that's what I really needed, the large bat. Probably only got 1 life left, so this is a nice background. Oh man, it's very difficult. There's no option to use a paddle controller, so that I saw, so that's really the thing. The fact that the enemies fire at you and you can't use a paddle controller, but if I got it as part of the compilation, then that's fine. I'd be happy with that for £10 divided by 6, so £1.75. 8 and the 9 look suspiciously similar. I don't like the mess it makes on the screen when you type it in wrong. Right. The Hit-pak is near the end. Right, so I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna give Ace a go. There's no docs with this. I really need to find another crack, at least to like read some basic docs, because I don't have Ace. I don't believe I have the original game. Was Ace 2 by Mastertronic or Cascade still? Actually, I might have Ace. I believe the original release is a clamshell. I can sort of visualise it as a real world physical object that I've seen, which means I must own it. But it might not be for the C64, you see, that's the thing. It's not for the Amstrad. I've been through the Amstrad games. I don't think it's for the Spectrum. But Ace come out on more than those 3 computers, I think. So the keys may not be the same. It's like Rescue on Fractalus. The keys are not the same on the C64 and the Atari 800. I don't think actually the Amstrad version was fine. But the problem with the Amstrad is I have to play it on that tiny little fucking 14-inch monitor game screen. I do have the option of connecting my C64 to the 24-inch Trinitron, which is fine for me. It's fine for gaming. It's not fine for playing DVDs, but it is fine for gaming. DVD playback on the Xbox 360. I've never tried that, you know. I don't even know if it's built in. Is it built in? You have to buy a dongle and a... Put some comments in there, innit? I think this is the same release. There we go. A huge enemy fleet has done something naughty. Maggie Thatcher then won the election when she went and bullied them. I don't think it actually says that. It's up to you, right? Okay. Space. Plus minus. Must fly sorties from our bases and attack starting the game. After loading Ace, you will see the title page. Press any key to obtain the option. Right, okay. So level 1 is training mode. Okay, sounds good to me. Have I moved the camera? Okay, the green light has just come on. No. What I want is to not crash. Invincibility kind of thing. So I could actually maybe work out how to take off. Right, skill level 1 is training, which was what we're on. Demonstration mode, here we go. Now I had Firefox by Timac, and this does look more impressive. You were there, mate, in the instructions. It didn't say anything about takeoff. There again, I may not have read all the instructions, but he's got speech in there too. It's not that slow. It looks better when he's going level with the ground, not when he's going at 90 fucking degrees like Maverick. Yeah, the speech does actually sound like it will sound like when the pilots are talking as well. That's probably because of the sample quality, but that's not the point. Okay, the water level's not quite as impressive. if they'd done as many white waves as they did as, you know, like hills and mountain outlines. Why is he flying upside down, man? What's your name? Husker? Yeah, Battlestar Galactica Blood and Chrome reference there, mate. Oh look, night flying. Yeah, this might actually be an okay game. I might have liked this back then. I don't think technically it's as impressive as Skyfox. However, I did enjoy playing Skyfox, not just looking at the graphics, it was. And the speed is there, and you got the speech on this, which adds a few points to the review score, if you're reviewing games as you would have back then, when they were new, not like now. Yeah, this looks like a good game. I probably would have liked this. Oh yeah, I forgot to check for Firefox sprites from the Laserdisc arcade. He's not very good at refueling. In fact, he's as shit as the AVGN, I believe. Do we really need to see Cascade Games Limited there? So I sort of like, yeah, it is sort of like Skyfox. It's like a British version of Skyfox, I would say. Yeah, I quite like that. I'm definitely gonna try and sort out some docs. So, loads of what, mate? Money, until I sell all this shit, mate. Right now, I can't even afford a 1989 BMW 325i, mate. I'm not even talking about the sport, although they are unusually expensive, those cars now, of that era. Oh man, I was going through some racing games and I was like, yeah, what would make the best like engine noise and tyre squealing and stuff for my Starsky and Hutch game, and therefore the Chase HQ game that would come later. It's basically going to be the same thing. Because I've decided Chase HQ rips off Dukes of Hazzard on the ColecoVision anyway. It's like a modification of that game. So there you go. So if I do a modification of the Dukes of Hazzard game to fit the Starsky and Hutch, what would you call it? World? That sounds a bit dumb though. We do Shockwave, I see. Yeah, because we've done Eagle's Nest, right? Yeah, Shockwave Rider. Now, Shockwave Rider is probably not any worse than Light Force as a game, but it doesn't have like one of the best pieces of SID music ever supplied with it. That is a problem. So that's probably why, you know, if I'd bought Shockwave Rider, I'd be like, how can I go back to the shop and get a full refund? But even though Light Force was 10 quid, it's like the best piece of SID music I've heard up to that point. For me personally. So to answer the question, can I clean the cat bowls, feed my cats and grab a cola, bearing in mind these are things I've had 30 years of experience doing while before the game loads? I think that's a no. So the C64 disk drive is not slow. Shut up. And there were software disk loaders anyway, which you can't get on other machines. Can't get a software disk loader for the BBC, so I'm sure Elite pretty much loads in the same amount of time on the C64 and the BBC Model B. What does it take, like 50 seconds on the BBC? Press a few numbers, press N a few times, and then space. I'm not going to get to play Shockwave Rider. And that's the one I copied from the FTL directory that I'd already made. So obviously I haven't tested that. But I have played Shockwave Rider. But it could have been on a 2 gig SD card from 2019 to 2021. This is 2021 to 2023, sir. Let's see if I got another copy. That's really why I'm playing these games. It's hot, can't have the projector on. C64 is great. Not these C64, no, that piece of shit. There's just stuff that's like ABC. S. No, it's not in this directory. Could be in bollocks. No. See, everything around here has to be sorted out, right? So if you go in A, there'll be in alphabetical order. There's always a ZZZ thing going on. That just means unknown. That's from the TOSEC naming rules. Right, we've got a Shockwave Rider in here. So I'm guessing this must be one that works. It's just a single PRG, there doesn't appear to be anything else there, so he could come up with some sort of screen that says press something, but if the text appears black, because this has got a very old kernel ROM in it, I won't be able to do anything about that. The Empire Strikes Back game does that for me, so that's a bit... Are there any loose bits of glass on this? Gotta be careful with these glass tables. Let's see, why isn't this bit lifted up? I don't think there's any legs on that side. Yeah, see, I could go and put biscuits for my cats or something. So we do appear to have a really good tape deck though, so if I can find some more cassette games. I think I've got a box of clamshells in the other room. I might test them out actually. The green light is not on the SD to AC yet. I think this is exactly the same crack. How the hell did I get it to work? I know it was a different C64, so... ZX Spectrum loading screen. So they should have used different colours for the C64. Did we see that screen before? What's with the delay now? It's an infuriating thing. No. No. Okay, well this is in there, so maybe it is an official loading screen. Why is he blowing kisses at the menu? It's just disturbing. So you move faster. I think you just got to avoid everyone. So if you bump into people in the future, they chop your head off. Right, okay. That's a pretty bleak outlook. You thought Blade Runner was bad, mate. Yeah, this game don't really do it for me. I mean, the graphics are okay and all that, it's just not that playable. And it's got parallax scrolling and everything. What kind of shit practice mode is that then, getting killed every 2 seconds? How do you avoid them then? There must be something you can do to hit them. Right, okay, that makes sense. Is your shots limited? Right, okay, you got to watch out for them. Can you move while you're on the conveyor at the bottom? Yeah, you can. It's an alright game. I think now that I'm getting used to the controls and what you can and can't do. Ah, come on. It's still a game that I would play today with cheat options, but without the cheat options, everything pretty much kills you. Highly realistic. They just ain't got the word COVID on there. So, wow, it's an hour-long thing into a ding-dong. So, we'll do international karate. And then, because I only need 5.5 minutes for Light Force review. There you go. Quote. That makes sense. I'm going to have to stitch these files together. We're at 52 minutes already. Yeah. We are testing out new things. So, I'm testing out new settings on the TV and lighting. It's not particularly sunny today. So, maybe these should be open a bit more. Right, I'm opening the curtains more. Although we're still having the Egyptian cotton thingies. Right, let's get a game loaded and then I can do that. Right, which one did I load last time? See, I didn't test Shot Grey Rider, I just assumed it would work, but obviously I've not used my existing thing. That's probably worse. I'll check the camera, don't worry. Camera's still lined up, cola is still lukewarm. As my broken tooth likes it. Oh, speaking of broken, don't fancy any more family visits after it became obvious that sides have been taken and not the correct side. So, got 2 copies of Ghosts and Goblins. I could try loading that up for nostalgia. Why didn't they do the tune Living on Video by Transex. Can't remember actually. While Commando was loading on the Amiga. Why? See, that's another example of what, like, you know, Commando may be arcade perfect on the Amiga, but the music is also arcade perfect and therefore inferior to the C64 version. There's no cool loading music, but they both run well, use the machine good and for the graphics. In the case of the Amiga, they've got the full height of the screen, unlike Ikari Warriors. So yeah, you know, his mate, you're not. I think I've loaded the wrong version. The version I wanted is the one where it actually tells you which one you're loading. Like if you have the Egypt background or the other one, Sydney Opera House first. Because it loaded different backgrounds depending which side of the tape you load. Yeah, it is this one. Yeah, I want the A. Reset high scores, thank you. There's no training option, is there? Yee! Good old Archer McLean, mate. Joystick port 1? Alright, here we go. F1 for a one plate, yes. He's not very good, is he? But if this is the first time you ever played like a karate game, which in my case wasn't, bloody hell. It's easy and difficult at the same time. He keeps blocking, I don't like that. Cock blocking, I was thinking of doing a game called cock blocking. Basically on the dance floor in the nightclub there's loads of bloke sprites, including you, and one girl sprite, and you have to keep the other blokes away. By cock blocking them. See, I did look it up. Raid Over Moscow is actually F7. So there's something wrong with the copy I've got. It won't open the fucking doors. So after Lightfalls, I might try a different version of Raid Over Moscow. See, all these bollocks directories, they're basically all the games I've put on there that probably do work with the SD to IEC. So, you know, I can't delete them, and I'm running out of space on the 1 gig card. But there's so many games for the C64. Ooh, guys, not doing well. I want to get to at least another background. Have at it, sir. See, by doing that, red. Oh man, he's a bit biased, isn't he? Right, still the demo mode. I wanted to see a different background. I don't know if you can change it. See, I'm trying to do the move he just done, which is the cheat move in... Oh right, you don't press fire, okay. It's not really working on here. Archer McLean fixed that. This game is more impressive on the Atari because it makes better use of the lesser Atari sound and graphics chips. Sprites are only 8 pixels wide on the Atari computers. 8 pixels wide. They're 24 pixels wide on the C64. Now you can expand them. So what he's done on the Atari version, all the white is probably he's paired up 2 expanded sprites for each fighter, so he's used 4 for that. So you get 32 pixels of fat pixel monochrome sprite, so he's probably done the white in that, and he's drawing the pink and the black as like character graphics on the Atari. I never knew that. See, he blocks once and he won't block again. So you will get better at this game. Ooh, sir! You can feel the So it's saying something there, Slim Light Force Fighter. I'm gonna say yes to that. Unlimited smart bombs, no. Rapid fire mode on, yeah, that should have been built into the kit. Nope, we want to see the enemies, no. Load high score, no. Reset high score, yes. Run stop. So I can actually play the game and listen to the music, so your ship is smaller, so this helps. But it improves gameplay, because your ship isn't stupidly fucking, 40 pixels wide expanded sprite like on the original I had. Background graphics still look shit. There's loads of dithering in fat pixel mode, that's shit. It's inferior to Terra Cresta, but I love the music, so. Now if you don't think this is like top 4 SIDs of all time that you'll ever hear, then you're not going to agree with me on the fact that it's worth 10 quid this game. The graphics should look a lot more like the Amstrad version. And the Amstrad version should have come with an audio tape of the SID soundtrack. Like Outrun, where you get the arcade soundtrack. Oh, and a cable to connect it to a hi-fi as well. You don't want to hear it on that shit speaker. At least you could put some bass on the tinny sound effects from that shit speaker as well. Poor old Amstrad, yeah. Woo. I actually had to block someone from the Amstrad community. They became very obtuse, mate. We actually done a level. Funnily enough, that's what it sounds like on the emulator. So I'm going to have to find a different crack. I think this was a thing. I had to check out the SID. Right, so let's recap on this Hit-pak Volume 2. Do a little recap whilst listening to the proper Hubbard music, because I'm going to be doing that anyway. Camera's going to need, well, the memory's going to need to be purged. Was The Purge, the final Purge, the film from like 2 years ago, is that any good? Put it in the comments, innit? The comments. Yeah, I'm going to say C64, right? If you just got a real C64, like a real hardware. There we go, there's SID play, that's what I'm looking for, without my reading glasses. And you do get an SD to IC if you're a real fan of the C64 and you had it the same sort of era that I had it. You know, early to mid 80s to like late 80s. This thing, I don't know which one I prefer. Standard Commodore ones, yeah, they'll do for the camera. Okay, we need Hubbard, didn't it? Here you go, Hubbard SID. I need to hear Light Force properly, so yeah, they're not in alphabetical order. I could remove them and put them back in the directory. I don't know if Light Force for the Commodore 128, last V8 for the 128 is based on the fact that you're going to have an 8580 SID chip. I don't know. Be one of the few games where it's been adapted for the balked 8580 SID. Thank you. So yeah, recap. Right, Batty is fine for the price. If you didn't want to spend 10 quid on Arkanoid, Batty is absolutely fine. And we get to the Eagle's Nest. Now, if you're actually a fan of Gauntlet, you're probably not going to like Eagle's Nest because it does everything wrong. You haven't got unlimited shots, the play area is too small, and you and the enemy graphics are too big. Plus it's flip screen, which never really works on those kind of games. And on top of that, it just seems, you know, you have an actual mission. It's not just survival RPG or survival D&D. There you go. You've heard of survival horror. Gauntlet was survival Dungeons and Dragons, mate. It's that simple. So I got that and got the Eagle's Nest. Now Ace, I can't get it to work until I find a copy with instructions. Hopefully I have got a C64 copy of it. I've got a copy of the game, but it could be for anything. It could be for like an Atari or something like that, I don't know. But it is a clamshell and I have seen the cover for it. But I think Ace is also worth it. So it's 2 out of 3 so far. So Ace, Batty, that's fine. Eagle's Nest, not so much. Shockwave Rider, I've warmed to it a little. I think on a compilation, you get used to it. If you've got a decent joystick, I think that would be okay. Light Force for that price, definitely, like I said. It's just that Light Force is not as good as Terra Cresta as a full price game. It's got amazing music on Light Force. The slimmer sprite option is fine. The big massive sprite is not good on the original for you. And the enemy sprites are fine, but the background graphics are fugly. And they're not on Terra Cresta. So, but as a budget game, it plays okay. So I have to think of these as like budget games. And, you know, the icing on the cake, or the custard on the apple pie, Bramley apple obviously. No cinnamon, please. The cinnamon and custard do not go well together. Man, I was having it with ice cream, but I can put my own cinnamon on there. But yeah, international karate is just like, you know. So I think Hit-pak Volume 2 is not bad. Sacred Armour of Antiria, Jet Set Willy 2, 1942, Scooby-Doo, Duet. I can't remember the other games on that thing. This is why I need to build another bookshelf and have just all my C64 stuff on one massive bookshelf. And that's just the tapes, that's not anything else. That's just the clamshell, single cassette and double cassette stuff. Anything in big boxes will go on the other shelves. So. But I think on balance, for me personally, if I didn't own any of the games on the compilation, then I think Hit-pak Volume 2 is better than Volume 1. There's a revelation. Mad Commodore being controversial. Nothing unusual there. But I think if you add it all up, and some people actually do like Into the Eagle's Nest. I don't know why. Maybe they like it for the game that it is, the way it is, and they don't care that it's a really shit implementation of a Gauntlet game engine, which affects the gameplay. Well, it affects the difficulty level, let's put it that way. But on the Amstrad, Gauntlet is massively better than Into the Eagle's Nest, but on the C64, Gauntlet is a bit middle of the road. It's very playable, very fast for what it's doing, but the sprites are okay and the character graphics, but the maze floors are all like great, and like just great. Every level, they don't even change the background colour. Someone should really go in there and do like different background colours for different levels. But there we go. So we're gonna test my SID chip now. Listen carefully. Yeah, that's not right. But the rest of it played okay. That bit is the one that's fucked. On places. You can't do that instrument. Hope you enjoyed my review. See you next time.